Hey, folks, today we are going to launch into a topic that, quite frankly, is out of this world. I'm talking about SpaceX. They just got the green light to throw 7,500 more satellites into orbit. Now, why does that matter to your wallet? Well, let's hit the boosters and we're going to find out. Hey, folks, Chris Hobart here, the Wealthologist. Now, today we are going to lift off into, quite frankly, one of the most unexpected and exciting investment stories of our time. It's the modern space race. Now, we're not talking about moon boots and Martians. This is about what you need to know now that SpaceX has changed the game forever. Just 10 years ago, rockets, they were one and done. You launch them, they're done. Now, one Falcon 9 booster just hit 32 successful launches. Talk about recycling. I got to tell you, that's not just impressive. That's an operations revolution. We're talking about the kind of reuse that's dropping costs, kind of like gravity forgot to show up. In 2025 alone, we saw more objects launched into space than the entire history of space exploration from 1957 to 2021. And 87% of those launches, 87% of those, they came from the United States of America, mostly, and you guessed it, from SpaceX. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Those thousands of Starlink satellites that they're launching, they're bringing affordable internet to places that, quite frankly, had nothing, which means ultimately new markets and new access and new customers for tech and finance and education and healthcare. You name it, it's opening up the world. Now, this isn't just a rocket show, though. This is infrastructure, it's commerce. It's the next wave of economic expansion, and private investors, they're leading the charge. Now, here's what I really love about this. SpaceX's model reminds me kind of Amazon's early logistics. Build the infrastructure first and dominate later. So, when I see FCC approvals for 7,500 more satellites and record-breaking rocket reuse, well, my wealthologist brain says, opportunities knocking. So a couple of action steps to think about. First, watch the satellite ETF space. Funds like ARKX or UFO, they're hotspots for exposure to space infrastructure. Also, track infrastructure enablers. Think component manufacturers, not just the rocket launchers themselves. Also, stay grounded, but stay curious. Space investing, it's real, but it's also speculative, probably more so than a lot of things. So, due diligence is greater than dollar signs. Now, my question for you, well, what's one area of life you think will be changed most by space tech? And do you see yourself investing in it in the future? Now, if you're ready to stop watching rockets and start watching returns, this is your cue. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to keep your feet on the ground, but your strategy in the stars. All right, folks, Chris Hobart here, the Wealthologist. We'll see you next week.